So, SecondsOut, delighted to be joined by former WBA super-flyweight champion Kal Yafai. Kal, how are you getting on in lockdown?
Yeah, it's all good. Nothing major for me. I'm a bit of a hermit anyway, so things
Have
don't change.
have you managed to get much training done? Like, have you got much stuff at your house that you can use?
Yeah, I've got a gym. I've got a gym in the house. Got bags, treadmills, cross trainer, all that kind of stuff. Um, but yeah, I've used a bit of that. More, I prefer running outside than inside. Um, but yeah, no, I haven't done a hell of a lot of training. I've enjoyed the time off. I've tried to make the most out of it.
Yeah, I mean, you've had it pretty rough for a couple of years. You made obviously 5 defences. A lot of them went the distance as well. So it's not the worst thing in the world for you, I suppose, to have a bit of time off.
Yeah, exactly. I've had a long, not a long career, but I've been on the go non-stop. I do have a good rest in between fights, probably 2-3 weeks, and then I look to get back in. But I think with this lockdown, it's given me a couple of months to just relax, let my body recover because we've been boxing since we were kids, really. So I think it's been a really good thing for me.
You were champion for a long time and probably didn't get quite the plaudits that you deserved during that period, obviously fighting at world level for as long as you were. How do you reflect on the reign now?
Um, yeah, I was speaking to a few people the other day about boxing, and I was speaking to more of a mentor to me who's guided my career, and they said you won't realize it now, but when you retire from boxing and you look back, you'll you'll be proud of what you've achieved so far. Even if you're retired now, you've had 7 more title fights for a kid from Birmingham. It's not bad,
Oh yeah.
but at the same time, I've still got a lot to give. I've still got a good few years left in the game. Some big fights. I spoke to Eddie after the fight, and he said the same. He said, have a good rest, come back after the summer. Plenty more big fights and big paydays to come.
It was obviously a big step up against Roman Gonzalez in February. Is any part of you wish that you'd have had that step up a bit earlier, maybe earlier into your reign when, strike while the iron's hot, if you like?
Yeah, most definitely. The thing is, I tried making a unification after I made my American debut against David Carmona with Joe and Carhart, but that didn't come to any fruition. So I think that was the perfect time really to jump into a big fight because I made my US debut. Had a great fight, exciting fight, and that's what should have been next, but it wasn't. But I got the big fight that I was craving with Gonzalez. I was asking for that fight for a long time, and Eddie delivered that for me, which I'm grateful for. And it was up to me to deliver, and I never. But I learned a lot from the fight and from the experience, and I truly believe it'll make me a better fighter.
He's obviously an excellent fighter, legend in the game, and former pound for pound top 5, top 3 maybe operator. What did you learn from being in the ring with him?
The main thing was how relaxed he was, how he put his punches together. There's times where I'd see a shot and I was almost certain that it would land, and he'd deflect it pretty quickly. So it was an unbelievable fight. Yeah.
What did you kind of learn from your own performance? Where do you see the gaps, and what do you want to improve on?
I don't know. I just don't feel like I just didn't get flowing. I didn't use my boxing as much as I should have. There's loads of things that went wrong for me, and I've said it before. But it's boxing, and it's down to me to perform on the day. And if I don't perform, then that's down to me. But like I said before, I don't want to take nothing away from Roman Gonzalez. He was a brilliant fighter. I know what I did wrong. I know what I've got to improve on, and that's what I'm gonna have to do when I get back in the gym.
What do you see as the route back for you? Will you be staying at super flyweight, and if so, are you going back on the WBA route? Because I'm sure you've still got a good ranking.
No, I went back down to superfly. that's really hurt me over the last couple of years, and I think it's done more damage than good. And obviously, when things are going well, when you're winning, you don't see these things. And when you're getting these good paydays, you just got to stick with it. And then you get the massive fight you've wanted for such a long time, for huge money. It's like you've got to make the weight. You've got to do it. If I vacated my title, I'd be right down back at the bottom of the pack. So that's what I did. Do I regret anything? No. I'm happy. I'm happy with how everything's gone so far. I would have loved to win the fight, but I truly believe it made me a better fighter, and I'm looking forward to being back.
So what's the plan at bantamweight? Presumably, a specific title or anyone that you're gunning for?
To be honest with you, I haven't really thought about that much. I'll obviously, when things are back up and running, I'll sit down with my team, sit down with Eddie, and see what the plan of action is. I don't know, whatever their plan for me, I'll go with.
What do you make of the current crop at bantamweight? Because we've just seen, not just seen, but a little while ago, the WBSS final with Nonito Donaire and Naoya Inoue, which Inoue won, but a great fight. You got like guys like Lewis Neary as well, who wasn't involved in the tournament but was WBC champion. What do you make of the crop at bantamweight?
Yeah, it's a brilliant packed division. Loads of exciting fights, and yeah, I'm excited by the bantamweight division. It's there's no easy fight out there. There's no gimme out there, so it's great. But I think I'll be more suited to that division. I think my strength and my power will be up there. I just know I'll be a lot better at bantamweight than I was at superfly.
There's been talks about a lot over the years about a domestic fight between yourself and Charlie Edwards, of course. Would have been a big payday, presumably domestically, maybe on a pay-per-view chief support, something like that, or a main event of a standalone show. Do you regret now that hasn't happened over the last couple of years? I mean, it could still happen now, of course.
I haven't regretted that it hasn't happened, because I haven't ever missed anything financially from that fight, because Eddie's been very good to me, throughout my career from the beginning to now. So I've made, for a super fight, I've made a shitload of money, and Eddie will tell you that. So I don't regret nothing from missing out on that fight. If that fight happens in the future, it happens in the future. The thing is, I've seen things that, obviously, that he said that he stalled his career. That's for me over the year or whatever, 2 years or whatever it was, but that hasn't. I was offered the fight once in around February, March 2018. That was the only time I've ever been spoken to about that fight.
Is there a part of you that would like a big domestic fight, though? Not necessarily with Charlie, it could be with someone else, but do you look at like Froch Groves and Ben Eubank and that sort of thing and think, I'd like some of that?
I ain't really bothered, to be honest. It's not something that bothers me. It's just, I don't know what it is. Maybe because I've probably fought. I haven't fought back home I haven't fought here since October 2017.
Yeah.
There's probably I'm just used to fighting abroad and fighting in America. I love America. I love fighting over there, so I'm not really bothered as long wherever the biggest fights are, and the biggest money. That's all that matters to me, to be honest.
Is it kind of a relief, although things didn't go your way against Gonzalez? You got a big fight in February, just before kind of the lockdown restrictions started to come in. So unlike some of the other fighters now, you've managed to have a fight in 2020.
Yeah, 100%. Apart from losing a fight, I think I'm one of the lucky ones in a way, because I can see, I can imagine the frustration for a lot of fighters that they've probably fought in, I don't know, summer last year or towards the end of last year, and they're due to fight March, April time, and they never got to fight. I can see that frustration. I know I would be, but I was lucky to fight right at the end of February. Probably the last Matchroom show, I think.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, so to have the biggest fight of my career just before this happened, it's I'm very happy with that.
Has there been talks about how and when you're going to return? Because like you said, you love fighting in America. I know Eddie's making plans for the first Matchroom USA shows to take place now. The restrictions are being eased.
Not yet, no. Not yet. I don't know. We'll just see how things go, really. The thing for me is I'll just probably sit back and see how these behind closed door shows go and stuff like that, and make my decision if what I want to do. If I want to fight behind closed doors or wait out until the crowds are back in.
It's nice to be in that position, isn't it? That you can kind of take your time and decide what's best for you.
Yeah, it's. I see it as a blessing, really, to be one of them lucky ones. But obviously, I want to be back in the ring at the same time. I want to start my campaign again.
And have you seen a lot of your brothers while all this has been going on? Have they been training at your gym at your house?
No. I haven't. I've barely seen my brothers. I've seen them about a week ago. Social distancing, of course.
Obviously.
But I know. Obviously, they've done their bit. They've been doing their bit of training as well. But yeah, it's been a bit difficult, obviously, for Gamal because he had that two bicep operations on both different biceps, and then he was due to fight for the European title
in Italy, yeah.
And then that got called off, so it's been a very frustrating time for him. But he'll be back soon, and hopefully that can get sorted too. And Galal, he qualified for his second Olympics on the final day of the qualifying event. So he only found out that it was the final. It was the final day of the boxing. He only found that out an hour before he boxed. So he said he was a bag of nerves, but he qualified. Yeah, a lot of pressure. But he qualified and he's had time to reflect on that. But he's been training as well.
That's good. And I think they're back, aren't they, at GB next week? I think there was a press release this morning. He was one of the guys in there saying they're going back next week with social distancing in place.
Yeah, I don't think he's going back.
Oh, he's not?
No, I spoke to him yesterday. He said he spoke to Rob, and basically he said he can have a bit more time off because he's already qualified and stuff. So I don't think there's any point of him really going up when he's got nothing coming up. He's not going to fight anytime soon.
He's got a year to prepare for the Olympics now, isn't he?
Yeah, that's it. So he's been ticking over though. He's in good shape.
I suppose it delays things in terms of like turning pro and stuff, but perhaps he's not that bothered about that because if you're going to go for 2 Olympics anyway, you kind of know that you're going to delay that pro bow anyway. Yeah,
he was always going to do 2 Olympics, so he wants to turn pro. He was looking for turning pro this year, but an extra year he'll be fine. He started boxing late. He enjoys boxing and he's fresh, so he'll be good.
3 brothers all gone to the Olympics. Now you need to get the other 2 to win world titles.
Well, Gamal never went to the Olympics, did he?
Oh no, of course not.
But me and Gamal take the piss out of him with that.
He'll have to win the world title then to make up for it, I guess.
He's capable of doing that.
Well, yeah, he's got the European title shot. If that's still in the bank when he comes back, it doesn't put him far away. So,
yeah, of course.
Well, great stuff. It's been really good to talk to you. I'm glad we got it sorted out, and look forward to seeing you back in the ring, whether it is this year or next year. It'd be great to see what happens next in your career.
Nah, thanks, Danny. I appreciate that.
All right, mate. Well, you take care, and we'll see you soon. Stay safe, obviously.
And you take care.
All right, mate. Speak soon.